Welcome everyone! In this video, we are showcasing yet another very powerful Mountain Cup team featuring Shadow Sealeo running Water Gun. There are a lot of striking similarities between Shadow Sealeo and Lapras. But the difference, they're very comparable in bulk, but Shadow Sealeo gets to Body Slam, which hits a lot of things for neutral damage quite fast. And also on this team, we've got Diggersby on the Safe Swap. Diggersby, very solid, very strong, very reliable, beats a lot of things in this meta. It is a very strong and solid backbone to any team in the Mountain Cup, in my humble opinion. And on the Safe Swap, it is here to draw out any potential water types that may be lurking in the back on your opponent's team so that Magcargo can roam free and wreak havoc. Magcargo making its return on this channel in the Mountain Cup. I love this thing. It's so good right now. You just have to keep it away from those water types, and with Diggersby on the Safe Swap, you are sure to draw those out, and Magcargo can close strong for you. I was actually inspired to run Sealeo based on one of my opponent's teams that I actually went up against. But here we go! Battle of the bulky water gun users. Let's see who reigns supreme here. We've got our Shadow Sealeo running water gun up against the water gun Lapras. Although this Lapras is not Shadow, so it's going to be able to tank quite a bit more damage. So, like I said at the beginning, these two are very similar, but the thing with Lapras is it's often in these matchups where the surfs would be resisted, and Sealeo is able to get to the much more energy efficient body slams at a much faster rate, which we see there. You do generally have to shield up the Skull Bash to win lead, and with a Pokemon like Magcargo in the back, you kind of want to win lead. You don't want to risk the Lapras finding its way to it, and just like that, the Lapras is gone. We have loaded energy, and we made a big mistake here. Got a little overzealous, a little ahead of ourselves here. And we went into Magcargo. That's a no-no with this team, guys. Diggersby is the dedicated Safe Swap, unless you're making a super hard team read and you are cooking. You're cooking something up, and you've got some intel. That's the only time. That's the only exception. But other than that, Diggersby is the dedicated Safe Swap for this reason right here. But we did do big damage with a massively resisted overheat. That's the power of Magcargo. We did have to shield because we wanted to get off this damage here. We saw that they had an Escavalier, and we want to grab some shields from our opponent here. They are not messing around. They are looking to get rid of us ASAP, and that is fine. So now, having to work our way out of a pickle here, guys. We know that Diggersby is about as tanky as it gets. We know that they're trying to go for this big blizzard. We don't have any shields. We do survive. And the play here is to max out on energy because we know that a Fire Punch basically one-shots Escavalier. And if we can leave this with as close to 2 as possible, we know that we have a shot. We are about at 1.5 Fire Punches here. We're firing off Fire Punch number 1. They chose to let that go. They didn't have much of a choice, and now it is a race, and Diggersby wins the race to the farm down. Holy smokes. Diggersby coming in super clutch in the end, taking out the Escav. Good game, well played. I was thoroughly impressed with the performance of Sealeo in the Mountain Cup for reasons like this. We got a Magcargo on the lead. This is the dream lead right here. These water guns are absolutely shredding. And the fact that they are staying in on this awful lead means that they are likely ABA weak to a water gun user. They chip and dip into a Frostlass. So what we're going to do is go for the Water Pulse here. Not going to do as much damage, which is why they were fine shielding that. We wanted to chip and dip ourselves so that we can just come in here and actually farm down with our Magcargo. So we're going to tank this. We tank a Shadow Ball quite well, and we will get this farm down. And we've got loaded energy. We are down a shield, but that is okay. Diggersby in the back doesn't necessarily need a shield to perform at its best. They do come back in with their own Magcargo, and because we got that nice farm down, gonna fire off the Stone Edge, and they let that go. That is amazing. We'll take that all day. And they've got a Lapras in the back running Legacy Ice Shard. And that's okay. They are still up a shield. Our Sealeo is still relatively healthy, so we're going to come back in with that and see if we can grab some shields from this Lapras. The fact that they are running Legacy Ice Shard is way better for us because we are double resisting that fast move pressure. And like I said, we do get to these body slams that hit for neutral damage quite fast. All the while, they are forced to build up all the way to that massive Skull Bash. Very expensive move, but definitely well worth having, of course, on Lapras, as it hits pretty darn hard, and it raises the defense by 2 stages. Very good move, but very expensive. Gonna fire off another Body Slam here, and we have grabbed the final shield. That is beautiful, and we are already at another one. Sealeo going off on this Lapras, finally getting some damage through, and now it is lights out. We can easily come in with our Diggersby. We know that this Lapras is absolutely loaded, but as we know, we tank damage for days. We can tank 2 of these Shadow Surfs, no problem, and still make it to a Fire Punch, which will hit it for neutral damage. And seal the deal here. Diggersby, my goodness, so clutch in this Mountain Cup. We take out the Lapras, or just about. They top left before it went through, but worked just the same. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, like I said, guys, I saw that one of my opponents were running a Sealeo, and I said, you know, I got a Shadow build. Let's give this thing a try, and I did not regret it. I kind of did on this lead right here, though. We had an S-Cap. That's an awful lead. We go into Diggersby, and we draw out the Water type. That's what Diggersby is on this team to do, guys. It has the bulk and the coverage to fight back against these Water types that may be lurking in the back. The Lapras does tank our EQ, and we do get to another one. They play to the CMP tie, and we're fine with that. We're not looking to shield anything here. We are looking to either grab a shield from them or flip switch. That's Diggersby's job on this team. So we're going to fire off another EQ. They're either going to shield, they do there, or they were going to let us win and switch. And they want to control the alignment, and we are A-okay with that. We drew out the Water type. That was what we wanted to do. Now we're just going to come in here with our Sealeo here. And because they have an S-Cap, we're not concerned with shielding a thing from this Lapras. They can bait all day. They tried baiting, and they are forced to go for another resisted surf. That's beautiful. We're not shielding anything. We are saving the shields for Magcargo to perhaps sweep this game here for us. And I thought that maybe we would have won CMP tie, but no, we do not, and that's okay. This is just another resisted surf. We tank damage all day, like I said. Sealeo and Lapras are very, very close in terms of bulk at the Great League format, and we do take out the Lapras. And now it is time for Magcargo to absolutely go on a rampage. They were ABA weak to a Fire type. And yes, we are taking super effective damage, but as you can see, S-Cavalier does not stick around long enough for any meaningful damage. We are at about 50% health, and the shields are now even. The S-Cavalier is gone, and all they have left is this Ice-type Frostlass, which is absolutely going to melt to our fast move pressure. Going to fire off a Stone Edge after maxing out on energy here. If they want to put up a fight, they will likely shield this. They do want to put up a fight, and we are just a couple of embers off from the hard-hitting Stone Edge. Magcargo coming in clutch, allowing us to say bye-bye to the Frostlass, and Magcargo has done its job. That's what it's on this team to do. That is close. The game's strong. That's going to be a good game, well played. All the components to this team work together beautifully in the Mountain Cup, and here we go. Another Lapras lead. This one's running Water Gun, and that is quite all right with us. Not a problem at all, because like I said, in this matchup here, we are able to outpace to these neutral body slams, which really do add up on Lapras, and they're forced to build all the way up to that very expensive Skull Bash. All the while, we are just spamming body slams left, right, and center, and before they know it, they are into the low red. Like I said, on this lead, you're going to have to shield up the Skull Bash. But it is well worth it to get this very difficult Pokemon out of the way, guys. Lapras, probably the hardest Pokemon to deal with in this meta. If you can get it out of the way early, you are doing that much better in the Mountain Cup. This is just a surf. We tank that all day. We're going to farm it all the way down. We've got loaded energy. They've got an S-Cav in the back. We make a play into Diggersby, and we draw out a Frostlass. So this is beautiful. Magcargo is looking to sweep yet another endgame if things go right for us here. Going to fire off that Fire Punch. They do tank one. They can tank another, but it's not fun for them because it does get them quite low. We're going to let this Avalanche go because we do need a shield for Magcargo to take out that S-Cavalier. If you're going to take, if you need to take out an S-Cav, you will need to save a shield for Magcargo. That is because they will make it to a drill run, and all you do is shield once and you farm that thing all the way down to Funky Town. We're going to throw Sealeo in here to take out this Frostlass. They do let that go, and switch timer is up, and it is time for Magcargo to absolutely feast on this S-Cavalier. There's nothing more satisfying. Magcargo melting away the S-Cavalier to close the game strong yet again. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, so many teams are weak to a Magcargo in the back, and I do prefer Ember and Stone Edge. That is my preferred moveset. I think that is the most effective moveset for this particular meta. Had a Frostlass. We played them like a fiddle here, catching the Shadow Ball on Diggersby. Oh, you absolutely love to see it. That did no damage, and they wasted a boatload of energy. They bank some energy, and then they make a play into a wall rain here. Gonna fire off that big Earthquake. They do tank that. And we also tank a Icicle Spear. It's not going to KO, but it will allow them to farm down. And because we have such an energy lead here, we're going to threaten. They should have thrown their move. Holy smokes, they made a misplay. Because now they're forced to shield or get taken out by an EQ. Holy smokes, that was insane. I could not believe they did that. They went down with so much energy, and they have a Ferrothorn in the back. So another team that is very weak to Magcargo, guys, as this thing has been my secret weapon since the beginning of this Mountain Cup. It is so good on the right team, guys. Look at this, guys. They are taking double super effective damage. We do tank a neutral Power Whip. Hits us for neutral because we are part rock. We tanked that pretty comfortably. We were still in the green, and we are going to go for another farm down here. We will have to shield the second one to preserve some health for that Frostlass. And the win condition now lies with our Magcargo. It looks like they stopped attacking there. Yeah, they waved the white flag. It was lights out, not trending in the right direction. Magcargo was going to put in work on that Frostlass. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you, Magcargo should have been on the thumbnail with as much work as it has been putting in, but already featured Magcargo on one thumbnail. Can't quite do another, can I? But it is putting in so much work. Holy smokes. They made a play into an Abomasnow. Look at the work Magcargo's putting in yet again. There is nothing more satisfying. So, gonna let this energy ball go. They were weak to Magcargo on the lead with a regular Mawile running Fire Fang. We are double resisting this fast move pressure. And seeing what they had in the back, they safe swapped in Abomasnow. I'm seeing tremendous value in Magcargo right now. We're going to max out on energy and go right for this overheat. I'm thinking they might be triple weak to a Magcargo. And they shield. So we're going to fire off another one and see what they want to do. If we can grab both shields, that would be amazing. Going to fire off another overheat, and they let it go. And they had a Ferrothorn in the back. So yes, they were triple weak to a Magcargo. We immediately go into Sealeo, and they made a misplay here, guys. They should have been over farming to the moon, guys, but they threw immediately. We wanted to clear our overheat debuffs so that these embers would absolutely shred through this Ferrothorn. Holy smokes. Magcargo, the star of the show in this particular battle right here. We shield once and farm this thing all the way down. And Magcargo has done it again, melting away teams left, right, and center. You love to see it. Good game, well played. Oh, this team was so much fun and so effective as well, but not with this particular lead here. This is a nightmare lead for us. They have a Lucario on the lead, going to make a play into our Diggersby and look to pressure shields here. They're staying in a little bit. which clues us in a little bit. They might be weak to a Diggersby in the back. So at best, we're going to look to grab a healthy shield advantage. This thing has to shield everything, as Lucario is about as squishy as it gets. Might be the squishiest Pokemon in the meta. So it is worth a shield to grab a very early shield advantage here. We are at another Fire Punch, and we will either threaten the flip switch or get a shield advantage, which is everything you could ever ask for from a solid save swap. They choose to give us the shield advantage, so we will take that. This thing is thoroughly revved up, courtesy of its power-up punches. So I was calculating a little bit here. Going to throw Magcargo in to farm this thing down. So they are thoroughly boosted. Going to have to shield here. The amount of damage that a boosted power-up punch would do on us would be absurd. And my goodness, that Lucario, once you let that thing get on a roll, it can absolutely run right through teams. And they've got a Mawile in the back, so this is looking pretty good. Gonna go for this overheat here. We saw Lucario, we've got a Mawile here. Not really sure what they could have in the back. It's a Kartana! So, oh my goodness, those embers were absolutely shredding, and those were debuffed. But unfortunately, we have no more shields, and this thing gets to those leaf blades quite fast. Oh man. Unfortunate, we were very close, but the stars just did not align for that one. Good game, well played to our opponent. Yeah, we just could not get the right alignment with that fast move pressure team in that last one, but we press on, and here we go. Beautiful shiny, holy smokes. We got a shiny Camerupt, and those water guns were absolutely shredding. They got the heck out of there into a Frostlass, and we had just the answer to a Frostlass. Guys, I gotta say, I was absolutely... I had it up to here with these Frostlass save swaps. It was so annoying. So having a Magcargo in the back is so nice for these Frostlass save swaps. I cannot tell you guys. We go for the Stone Edge because they were going to make it to another move, and we wanted to control the alignment. With a lead that good, you kind of want to control the alignment. And they throw immediately, so that is beautiful. We will take that all day, because now we can easily align our Sealeo onto this Camerupt. The switch timer is not quite up, and it is gone. Oh my goodness. Oh, so sad to see the nice shiny Camerupt. That's a beautiful shiny, guys. Oh my goodness. And they've got a Walrein in the back, so this is looking pretty good. We're now grabbing shields from the Walrein, and again, guys, this is where being able to get to these body slams at such a fast rate is so effective in this meta, guys. It hits a lot of things for neutral damage, particularly the opposing water ice types like Walrein and Lapras. And we are getting very aggressive shielding here. We want to get shields down, so we're going to just keep rattling off these body slams. And we did grab the second shield. And at this point, we could let Sealeo go down, but I was getting a little aggressive here. We could have easily let it go down and come in with Diggersby, but I was looking at the damage that these water guns were doing, and I saw how much that body slam did. I knew that we could take it with our Sealeo, and Diggersby doesn't even get to see the field. Sealeo and Magcargo going 2v3. You absolutely love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. So if you guys have a Sealeo lurking in your Pokédex, might want to give it a shot, guys. It was putting in work, and had a Magcargo lead. That's a beautiful lead. They make a play into Ferrothorn, and it is time for our own Magcargo to shine yet again. And as we saw in previous battles, we tank a neutral Power Whip, no problem. And we are going to look to farm this thing all the way down and have loaded energy for whatever they bring back in. You will have to shield the second one if you want to control the alignment, and we do, so we will. And the Ferrothorn is gone. They could come back in with their own Magcargo or reveal their third. Not quite sure. They're thinking long and hard. They decide to reveal their third, and they've got their own water gun, Sealeo. Very nice shouts to them for that. Gonna fire off the Stone Edge, evening up the shield scenario, and I was not optimistic on perhaps getting to another. So now it is Sealeo on Sealeo, Shadow versus non-Shadow. We kind of want to take this thing out or grab that final shield and get it relatively low, so that's the play here. Gonna fire off this Body Slam here. And it will slowly but surely chip away. Like I said, Sealeo, very, very similar bulk to Lapras in the Great League format. It is a bit tedious in the mirror, holy smokes. First mirror that I had seen of the day, going for yet another body slam here. And they kind of have to start shielding. Yeah, they do start shielding, and I think we do let this go. Yeah, we're gonna set up Diggersby to bring this home here for us. They're not quite in Fire Punch range just yet. They have not come back in with that Magcargo. They do now. Likely trying to catch, but we were on to them, holding on to the energy, getting a little bit more farm. We get to this and say bye-bye to the Magcargo. And now it is essentially within Fire Punch range. Not quite. Still not quite there. So gonna shield this up. And, you know, we're gonna make it to the EQ. Might as well go for the BM. Why not? Why not? Way overkill, but we're saying bye-bye to the Sealeo nonetheless. Diggersby coming in clutch, closing the game strong. I'm telling you, this team was putting in the work. That is the team, my friends. Good game well played to our opponent. And yeah, I was inspired by an opponent that I had faced that was running a Sealeo, and that was the first Sealeo that I had seen in the Mountain Cup. So I said, you know, I've got one of these. It's a rank 7 Shadow. I'm giving this thing a shot, and that's exactly what I did. Paired it with two Pokemon that could handle the counter users in this meta. The two most prominent ones are Lucario and Escavalier, so we've got fire coverage in the back for those. Diggersby, very strong, very powerful, a very reliable safe swap option on this team to draw out any water types so that Magcargo can roam free and wreak havoc. That's how the team is designed, and as we saw in this video, it is quite effective. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.